Alright guys, so it's cold out, and last winter when it got cold I kind of just gave up on RC and I ended up not getting back into it until about late summer, right when I started making videos. So in an effort to stay busy this winter I went ahead and picked up this. I think it might be a fun little project. I haven't done much crawling since I first got into RC. Actually, crawling was originally what got me into RC, and then A-scale racing took over. So my first RC crawler was the Danchi Ridge Rock. After that, I got an SCX24 and an SCX10. I never really took it seriously. Not that I'm going to take it seriously now, but it was more of just crawling around the backyard for fun. And I know an SCX24 is a really competitive platform, but with it being a cheaper option, I want to upgrade it to make it, I guess, competitive, and ultimately just see if 10 scale crawling might be something that I want to do. But yeah, man, let's take this thing out to a couple little spots. All right, so we're at Unger Park, located in Fenton, Missouri. Been a while since I've crawled here. It's pretty overgrown, but they've got what looks to be like an old bridge or parking lot that kind of caved in a long time ago. And there's some decent little spots right here. I've done some 10th scale crawling, but let's see if we can find a spot for this 24th scale. Let's go ahead. We'll start right here, see how far we can make it. So line choice is going to be very, very important here with this small scale. I know even my 10th scale used to have some problems making it through all this, but let's see what we can do. Oh, a little bit of turning radius would help. There she goes. Oh, amateur hour. I really want to get the bank around this thing back up, so let's go for that again. Got turned a bit too early, or too late. Plants are eating it up. Ooh. Ooh. There she goes, finally. Up to the top. So there were quite a few hand-to-gods that were cut out. I think the main thing that's killing us, like these divots here, divot there, we just don't have the clearance to get over them. But let's find one more little spot over here and see what we can do. Well, here's something that might be a little easier, a little more scale for this thing. We got a nice little mud pit, and just straight to the top of this boulder. All right, I'll take that, man. That was a lot better. Didn't have to worry about any giant holes to go through. But I think that's about all 24th scale is going to do out here. A lot of this stuff might even be 6th scale crawling. Go get that new Red Cat 6th scale crawler and knock this stuff out, man. Let's go ahead and go to the next spot. It's definitely going to be a lot cleaner than here. All right, so we're at Cliff Cave County Park in Oakville, Missouri. This place is kind of the holy grail for crawling. There's some pretty sick spots here, mostly 10th scale stuff, but there's a couple features that the 24th scale can excel at. So let's hit a couple of them. So first up, we've got the waterfall. This here can be pretty slick, so I'll be eager to see if these tires can hook up and get up it. That is actually really impressive. My 10th scale used to struggle with that thing. So I'm thinking if I come around here, I might be able to make it up right there. Pretty impressive so far. Let's see if we can find another spot. All right, I think we got a good grasp on the capabilities of this thing. Now, as you can imagine, those were not all clean lines. There were a lot of rollovers and a lot of hangouts, but for the sake of not having a 30-minute video, I went ahead and trimmed all those out. It's definitely not just the car's fault. You know, a lot of it's my driving too. I'm not the best crawler. I don't think I'm ever going to be a great crawler, but I think with practice, me and the car will get a little better. But what are my thoughts on the car? Definitely 100% it looks cool. I think they were going for an overland style look, and I think they have the performance to match it. It definitely performs more like an overlander than a crawler. I was struggling with things like getting hung up on the bumpers, low clearance, top heavy, low turning radius, you know, nothing that's gonna win a comp. But I've already got it torn down. I'm waiting on parts from the mailman, so we're gonna put a couple upgrades on it, see how those do, and eventually we'll just keep on building this thing out.